Welcome to the Stargate Astrology Series, bringing you your constellation connections. Hello, all you gorgeous sky watchers. Stargate opportunities begin this week with a love magic portal opening up in the star Alhena, when a waxing half moon or first quarter vortex in Gemini on February 27th provides a pathway through the star path. You're going to be able to use this Stargate to gain the help of the star magic angel of this star to bestow to you the romantic love that you desire. Now stay tuned, because we're going to give you the name of the angel and the Lord that can help you. Also, this angel can help you, or Lord can help you, to have conquest over the strongholds of your rivals and the ability to protect yourself from the enemies that may be seeking revenge. If you have any enemies that might seek vengeance, this is the star path. This is the time when this is going to occur, during this particular first quarter vortex in Gemini, okay? That's the 27th of February. That's when those who would want revenge would seek it. So you can protect yourself knowing about it ahead of time. We'll tell you how to do that. Also, again, you can have conquest over your rivals. The most important thing, especially in February with St. Valentine's Day, even though this is after St. Valentine's Day on the 14th, this is the 27th, even though it really works best if you use the correct astrological visualizations during the right astrological time, if you want to attract something to yourself, okay? The secrets of these ways to attract things to yourself, you don't just look at it whenever you feel like. You have to do certain things during certain moon phases and during certain astrological phases, and you have to line up with star magic pathways. Then you can do it for real, because that's how the elite do it and have done it since the beginning of time, since way back in Babylon, Mesopotamia, okay? All right, now, through revealing to you this ancient secret knowledge of the Magi, we are enabling you to access powerful Stargate frequencies once only available to the pre-scientists of Atlantis. We will be giving you the names of the Stargate pointer stars of the accessible constellations opening up this week, in addition to the pertinent star magic angels and lords for all of them for the whole week, okay? As well as images or icons which you can use as magical talismans to gain more wealth, more power, and more health. Most of this week will be about March 2023, but the first day or two, it's the end of February. Since it's a short month, the large section of this video is about March, okay? Now, these images and methods are the true secrets of the ancient astrologists, the creators of advertisements, and those people that create movies, they create television shows. They've been creating plays and paintings, from ancient times. And now with the modern social media, what they use to conjure responses from audiences such as yourself. We want to empower you and show you how you can draw upon these images to your great benefit. And now, here are your weekly Stargate names, bringing to you many opportunities to improve your life, as well as the star magic angels and lords, which are the powerful guardians of each Stargate, and the lunar mansion pathways to access each Stargate from February 27th all the way through to March 6th of 2023. Firstly, mansions of the moon pathways to each Stargate and star magic opportunity. We have the waxing half moon in Gemini. Boom! It happens at 8:06 a.m. or 8:06 hours, and that's on February 27th. Then we have a waxing gibbous moon from February 28th all the way through to March 6th, with Luna transiting through Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. We're using tropical astrology, and we're using universal time coordinated. Now, I use projective imaginings, pictures, films, advertisings, and or you can use any kind of magic, projective magic, during a waxing half moon or a gibbous moon, a waxing gibbous moon, which is going to be happening this week from the 27th of February to the 6th of March. This is when you will notice that you will be actively causing the events that occur in your life rather than events coming towards you. Okay? This is a purposefully active or projective consciousness where you will create icons, pictures, sigils, sounds, recordings with the intention of absorbing these pre-made magical talismans when Luna goes into her decreasing moonlight phase. But in the projective phase, that's when you're boom, pushing out. Okay, that's when you're projecting things. That's when it's waxing, like during this week, that's when you project. Then when it goes waning, after that, then you receive. That's the way it works. That's the way it's been done. This will make your visualizations that you use, your guided meditations that you use for attracting things to yourself, those secrets that you want to use, those ancient secrets, you want to go ahead and do it at the right moment of time, okay? And the right phase of different astrological events, which we're giving you and making it easy for you, okay? Here now are your daily Stargate Lunar Mansion Magic pathways, including the Angels of Lord's Astrology guidance for the 27th, February, 6th, March. First, February 27th with the Gemini waxing half moon, okay? We had mentioned that happens, that's going to be happening at 8:06 a.m. And that's in Lunar Mansion number 6, okay? It's spanning from the beginning to the mid portion of Gemini the Twins, occurring over 8 hours after a waxing crescent moon moves into Lunar Mansion number 6 at 12 a.m. You know, that's 12 a.m., that's like midnight, okay? Now, the star Alhena is a stargate that we access for star magic opportunities when Luna activates this lunar mansion. It's profitable for successful hunting, as well as conquest of towns and villages, or web pages, or anything like that, okay? Or anything in social media that you want to sort of take over. That's when it's done. Now, doctors are stopped from applying their trade during this mansion. Beware sons of sovereigns seeking vengeance, okay? And those that desire to destroy your harvest or your businesses. That's another thing. Watch out for love-hate relationships during Lunar Mansion number 6, okay? And this is happening again on the 27th February, okay? So understand this, okay? Now, use the icon of two people. Here's the love magic. Here's the love magic. Use the icon of two people embracing each other to guarantee love between these two that you choose. So you're going to choose. This is where the matchmaker, how she applies her matchmaking magic, okay? Like in Fiddler on the Roof, okay? That movie with the matchmaker song. That's where this all comes from, okay? Again, it's ancient stuff, okay? Now, what you want to do is you can either have pictures, you know, or like white wax icons, like they have candles that are like that, of two individuals that are hugging each other. You write their names on them, okay? Okay? Either you and someone you love, or if you're a magician or a witch, you can do it for your clients, okay? And this is the love magic. This is the powerful love magic at the powerful time during a waxing moon, okay? A waxing moon. All right. Now, what we want to then do is, again, you want to do this while we are in the 6th mansion, okay? This is from the little star of great light. That's where the love comes from the little star of great light in the constellation of Gemini the Twins with lunar angel Durachiel and Lord Neteyirahe. February 28th, we have a Gemini waxing gibbous moon in Lunar Mansion number 7 at 01:05 hours. The stars Castor and Pollux, okay, are the stargates we access for star magic opportunities when Luna activates this lunar mansion. It brings loyalty and trust betwixt associates and partners. Beware the annihilation of legal systems and justice, okay? It gets rid of Lord of the Flies or his minions and his minions. Use an icon of a man or woman lifting your hands up to heaven, requesting help from heaven to gain plenty of superior, high-quality goods and services. It could also help you gain good relationships that are high quality, first class, and those really excellent properties, okay? This is from the arm of Gemini in the constellation of Gemini the Twins with lunar angel Sekeliel and Lord Silehe or Lord Selehe. It has some different spelling. You can check in the description box for our blog and see how all of these things are spelled, so you can make sure you have it all the way that you think it should be spelled, Okay, sometimes there's a letter different in one ancient book to another ancient book, but we try to give you all the information and tell you what they mean so that you can understand what, how these sort of work with archetypes in your mind, because it all works with archetypes, ancient archetypes, and it's all within your DNA. Now you notice Castor and Pollux. Castor, you remember, that was used in the TV series Orphan Black. Okay, so these things are used by Hollywood. They've been used before Hollywood. They'll be used after Hollywood. They're used because they work. They work. Now, March 1st, we have a Cancer waxing gibbous moon in lunar mansion number 8. At 02:39 hours, the star Precipe is the stargate we access for star magic opportunities when Luna activates this lunar mansion. It's favorable to find love amongst traveling companions. Beware pictures of cruel detention centers mistreating their detainees, for this image will bring these things to pass. Okay, so if you watch these kind of movies about cruel detention centers or read these kind of stories, be mindful that it might bring it to pass. So if you're concerned about that, you want to read something that's the opposite of that. You want to read something that'll say that somebody's being released from that or something like that. Okay, because this can happen if you keep reinforcing it. Now, vermin and mammalian pests are chased away during this mansion. Beware images of a specific type of timid or poor people being driven from their homes, okay, as if they are parasites. For such representations will cause this to happen. Again, a lot of things in movies, plays, books, TV shows, you want to understand when you're watching it, understand it. If you understand it, it's less likely to harm you, and then you can use it for your good and do something the opposite to help yourself or those you care about during this kind of mansion. Okay, now use an icon of an eagle sporting a strong face of a human, a man or woman with a strong face. Okay, an eagle body, human strong face. Okay, for this rendering will give you great conquest in warfare. That's an ancient picture that the Egyptians used, and why they were very proficient and successful at warfare in their time. Now, this is from Misty in the constellation of Cancer the Crab, with lunar angel Amnediel and Lord Enedix. That's the Lord Enedix, lunar angel Amnediel. March 2nd, Cancer waxing gibbous moon in lunar mansion number 9 at 04:32 hours. The star Al'Turf is a stargate we access for star magic opportunities when Luna activates this lunar mansion. Men argue and fight with each other during this mansion, and the stars that form the totality of this mansion of the moon, they thwart production yields as well as inhibiting journeys. Unfamiliar men will upset and dishearten women when Luna activates this mansion, and therefore women should guard themselves against strange men during this time. Beware the image of a eunuch covering his eyes with his hands, for it causes infirmities. From the stars that reside in a glance of the lion's eye, in the sign of Cancer the Crab, with lunar angel Barbiel and Lord Robel. Now, this was used in the movie She-Devil. It had Meryl Streep in it, and it also had Roseanne Barr in it. And in the She-Devil movie, the man that was sort of torn between his wife, Roseanne Barr, and his mistress, or his girlfriend, Meryl Streep, those were the actresses, of course, I'm mentioning. He did that. He covered his eyes at one point during this movie, indicating that he had been sort of psychologically castrated, okay? And Barbiel, it's like a Barbie doll, and Meryl Streep played the part of the Barbie doll character in that movie. So that's where Barbie dolls come from, and people in movies that look like Barbie dolls, this is where it comes from. It's exactly where it comes from. Okay, March 3rd, Cancer waxing gibbous moon to Leo moon in lunar mansion number 10 at 06:34 hours. The stars Regulus and Eta Hefera are the stargates we access for star magic opportunities when Luna activates this lunar mansion, benevolent for gaining adoration, love, and sympathy. It brings fortification for structures and enables you to subdue your rivals and triumph over your opponents. Use of an icon showing a lion's head is something that expedites childbearing, okay, during this mansion. Also lifts up sadness. It speeds up slowness and heals sicknesses from the heart and body of whomever you wish to provide with therapeutic remedies, healing. Then give medicinal tonics prepared for such healing. From the neck or forehead of the lion, also known as the heart or brow of the great Arabic lion. This mansion spans from the end of the constellation of Cancer, the crab, to the beginning of Leo, the lion, with lunar angel Ardiciel and Lord Ardafir. Now this is used, of course, in the Metro Goldwyn Mayer, the icon, the logo with the golden circle and the lion's head roaring. That activates this mansion. March 4th, we have waxing gibbous moon in Leo, okay? Leo waxing gibbous moon on the 4th in lunar mansion number 11 at 08:35 hours. It begins. The stars Zosma and Koksa are the stargates we access for star magic opportunities when Luna activates this lunar mansion. It bestows glory to you that all men shall fear and idolize you, and that you shall receive all good things from kings, noblemen, and lords. Use the image of a man riding a lion and holding the lion's ear in his left hand while grasping the ring made of gold in his right hand to persuade the angel of this mansion to do his bidding in bringing you admiration, worship, and respect. You may also create pictorial enchantments to profit your expeditions, to expand your holdings by way of acquiring commodities, goods, and services, and to free prisoners. Also, from the mane of the lion in the constellation of Leo the lion, with lunar angel Nekeliel and Lord Nicole. Moving on to March 5th. Oh, when that was, I just want to mention this quickly. During Donald Trump's first campaign, when he ran for president, the first time he ran for president in 2016, they used him riding on horses with sort of a Roman army behind him, like he was a Caesar, okay? And his son was riding on a lion. That's this mansion. What does it bring? Adoration, love, respect. They idolize, worship, and respect anybody they see riding on a lion, okay? He won in 2016. They didn't do that in 2020. They didn't do that. I'm just saying. Somebody who knows what to do is obviously running these kind of things. So before you blame this, that, or the other thing, this is where it actually stems from. This is where it comes from. And so if you understand it, you can utilize it for yourself and to help yourself, okay? All right. So just understand that. Now moving to March 5th, we have a Leo waxing gibbous moon to Virgo moon, lunar mansion number 12 at 10:29 hours. The star Denebola is the stargate we access for star magic opportunities when Luna activates this lunar mansion. Find profitable harvests and friendships. It's good for betting. It's good for helping to better or bettering employees or helping to better your allies as well, okay? Now beware altercations, avoid travel upon the sea. Also, beware the image of a man or an angel fighting with a dragon or a serpent, for it causes a separation of lovers, okay? Often this is how the Archangel Michael is depicted. Also, many science fiction images or movies or like movie posters, whatever, have this effect, or like comic books, stuff like that, since aliens often look like a type of dragon, okay? This is from the tail of the lion in the constellation of Leo the lion with lunar angel Abdizuel and Lord Abdizu. Understand that when you have like a church, you know, that has rulership over many people, their flock, okay? And they use this image, and it dampens down sexuality and stops people from being in love, okay? And it stops them from lusting, okay? You might say that's good, but what if you're married and it makes you stop loving and lusting for your husband or the person you're engaged to? Then it's not so good. Then you break up, and then what do? You go to church because you're miserable, and you put money in the collection pot. That's how it works. Or if you're not a church-going person, what does it do? You see a science fiction movie like Aliens, and you see Sigourney Weaver fighting the alien, and all of a sudden you're not so attracted to your mate or your whoever you're engaged to or married to or whatever, or your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. That's why, because it's dampening that down, okay? So then what do when you break up? You feel sad? You go to the psychiatrist. You put money in their collection plate. Bada bing, bada boom. That's how it works. They know what they're doing. Just because you're not religious doesn't mean you're not being used. You are. It's the same thing. Psychology and religion are the same exact thing. Science and religion, the same exact thing, okay? Because people that tell you what's going on in science, what do they get when they come up with a scientific discovery? They get honor, adulation, money, power, everything anybody could want. Nobody would ever make anything up to do that, would they, for money? No, they would. Well, they do. I worked as a lab assistant a long time ago, and the scientist told me to falsify what I found so that he could get his grant. Okay? And I quit. So it happens. So therefore, everything you've learned in science is based on something somebody told you was true and you believe it. So it makes it true. But is it really true? Or is there more to it than that? Okay? That's why quantum physics and all and those kind of things start getting into that, where the person who's observing something is changing the way it's going to turn out. Like if they're observing an experiment, they're changing the way it's going to turn out. So understand that. Science is just as much of a faith and religion as religion. It's the same exact thing. Okay? And they're using the same images to get the same results. To get what? Money, power, honor. That's it. Okay? That's all that exists. That's all people want. So understand that, okay? And I'm not saying to watch those movies. You know, some of my favorite movies. I love science fiction. I love the movie Aliens and that whole, all of that. Nevertheless, I didn't know that at the time, okay? So I'm also Catholic, and I saw a lot of Archangel Michael killing the dragon statues. So understand that, okay? So it doesn't mean that it's bad, because sometimes you might want that effect, and it might be good for you if you're in a bad relationship, or your husband's in a relationship, or your wife's in a relationship, something like that. So it's like money. It can be used for good or evil, okay? So if you want to increase your love and your lust for your partner, what you want to do is watch something like House of the Dragon, you know, where they're friendly with dragons, or the kind of movies where they're friendly with dragons, instead of movies where they're killing dragons, okay, that kind of thing. Okay, now we're moving on to March 6th. Virgo waxing gibbous moon in lunar mansion number 13 at 12:10 hours. The star Zavu Java is the Stargate we access for star magic opportunities when Luna activates the lunar mansion. Find generosity, increase, journeys, reaping rewards, and DNAT is gaining independence. Use pictures or figurines of couples embracing with the woman in white wax and the man in red wax to help spells meant for decisive, procreative encounters and romance for the creation of progeny. Add magical scents and aroma to your talismans by perfuming wax figurines with lingam alloys and amber. Impotence curses placed upon a man can be dissolved with these potent magical talismans. From the dogs of Virgo or the winged ones of Virgo in the constellation of Virgo the Virgin with lunar angel Jezreel and Lord Azarut. Now, this mansion is activated whenever you hear the word jazz or see the word jazz, okay? And it's for procreative encounters. And this was used in the movie Monster, where Charlize Theron had a t-shirt on that said jazz on it. And, you know, she was working as a street hooker. She played Eileen Wuornos, the life of Eileen Wuornos, the street prostitute who became a serial killer because she was mistreated so badly and she was trying to protect herself. Anyway, you probably know about that story, but they used that in this movie. They also use it in Midsummer when they did this jazz hands, and then after that they had one of the main male characters go through a procreative, you know, encounter with a certain woman they had selected for him. So understand, jazz, that's what it invokes. It was used in the movie The Birds. And to get rid of impotence curses was used in Spartacus when Lucy Lawless, playing the Roman wife who wanted to become fertile so she could give her husband a son, did a spell to get rid of impotence. They used it, this mansion, in that Spartacus. It's a TV show with Lucy Lawless by Sam Raimi, I think, is the same one that did Xena Warrior Princess. I think it's the guy that produces it, and who's the main person behind it is Sam Raimi, I think is his name, how you pronounce it. Anyway, I really love all his shows. Okay, now we're moving to important books you should have. You should have Picatrix. If you want to study any kind of star magic, lunar mansion magic, all these things, Picatrix, and it's attributed to the Islamic astrophysicist and scientist mathematician Maslama al-Majriti. Also, second book is 3 Books of Occult Philosophy by Henry Cornelius Agrippa of Nitisham in 1533. and that's published by Llewellyn. There's many publications. That's the one I have, Llewellyn. And then we have The Mansions of the Moon, the third book, The Mansions of the Moon, A Lunar Zodiac for Astrology and Magic, with ephemeris to 2033 by Christopher Warnock, published by Renaissance Astrology. And we have also The Fixed Stars and Constellations in Astrology by Vivian Irwood Robson, published in 1923. Okay, now the one by Robson, The Fixed Stars and Constellations in Astrology, and also Imperatrix are online PDF. You can get it online for free. I do want to get those books. I'm going to ask to get it for Christmas next year. But anyway, those two books. But the other two I have. I have Mansions of the Moon by Christopher Warnock, and I have the 3 books of occult philosophy by Agrippa. I had the Donald Tyson one that he edited and annotated for Llewellyn. There are two, I think it's a 2000 series, Llewellyn. That was a series that they did. Okay, thanks for joining us. Let's see you next week.